There are some 40 species of cat on Earth, and they agree almost unanimously on how to live. Alone. The tiger hunts alone, the leopard hauls its kills into a tree to eat alone, the house cat tolerates company without requiring it. One species broke the pattern. On the open grasslands of Africa, a large cat moved its entire life, hunting, raising young, holding ground into a group, and that decision, more than the mane or the roar, is what a lion actually is. Panthera leo survives today across parts of sub-Saharan Africa, with a single remnant population in Asia, in the Gir forest of northwest India. A big male runs to 2.5 meters, over 8 feet, and 250 kilograms, around 550 pounds. The females are markedly lighter, and that difference turns out to matter. The working unit is the pride, a core of related females and their young, sharing one home range, with a coalition of up to a few adult males attached at the margin. The size of a pride is a map of the country it lives in. 4 or 5 animals where prey is thin, a dozen or more on the prey-rich plains of the Serengeti. The plain is why the group exists. There is nowhere to hide on short grass, and the prey is honest about the problem. A lioness can reach 45 kilometers per hour, 28 miles an hour, but only briefly, rarely beyond 200 meters, and most of what she chases is faster for longer. A solitary stalk on open ground fails far more often than it works. The pride's answer is geometry. Lions are the only big cats that hunt cooperatively. The lighter, quicker females spread into a loose arc through the grass at dusk or in the dark, some circling wide as flankers, others holding the center, moving low and stopping whenever the herd looks up. The kill, when it comes, is the arc closing, a drive into ambush, a grip on the hindquarters, a suffocating hold at the throat. It is not drama, it is positioning. And the reward is shared at a scale that explains the effort. An adult lion can take in 15 to 20 kilograms of meat, up to 44 pounds, at a single sitting, then sleep through the heat of the following day. The group runs deeper than the hunt. The females of a pride tend to come into season together, and so the cubs arrive together, after a gestation of around 110 days, litters of 2 or 3, occasionally 6, born into what amounts to a shared nursery. A cub will suckle from whichever mother is nearest, and it stays with the pride for 20 to 30 months, learning the arc and the drive by following it. The synchrony is not sentiment. Cubs raised in a cohort survive better, defended by more adults than their own mother. The males live a different arithmetic. A young male leaves the pride of his birth at 2 to 4 years old and throws in with others like him, often brothers, in a coalition that roams until it is strong enough to challenge for a pride of its own. Takeovers are violent, and what follows them is the coldest line in the lion's ledger. Incoming males generally kill the young cubs they inherit, which returns the females to breeding condition and resets the pride's reproduction to the new coalition's clock. A male's tenure is short, a few years before the next coalition arrives, and the system runs on that turnover. Step back from the grass, and the modern ledger is stark in a different way. Around 50 years ago, Africa held on the order of 100,000 lions. Today, the estimate is well under a third of that. The species is long gone from North Africa and the Middle East, where it once faced the Romans, and Asia's lions survive in that single Gujarat forest. The IUCN lists the lion as vulnerable. Researchers tracking the remaining prides identify each animal by its whisker spots. The pattern above the upper lip is as individual as a fingerprint, so that the counting, at least, can be exact. The iconography, the king, the crown, the throne of beasts, was always a human export. What the grassland actually produced is on view at dusk on any Serengeti evening. A group of related females rising from the grass one by one, spreading out into an arc and going to work.